Hello people, I am Jaby Koay, joined by the lovely and quite married Nicole LeMoine.
Yes.
We're looking at ANANDI GOPAL from Z Studios. This came out February 1st on Z Studios YouTube channel, and this comes out February 15th on Valentine's Day. So, if you're looking for something to watch that's interesting, we'll find out if this one is.
स्त्रीचा सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचा गुण कोणता? संसार दक्षता. अहो त्या शिकल्या तर नोकऱ्या करायला लागतील. अबलवंताच्या घराण्यात शोभेल का हे?
घराणा नायकिणीचं असलं तरी चालणार आहे मला.
You read that? He wouldn't mind if she came from a prostitute's family.
नाही, पाढे येतात.
इंग्रजी यायला हवं पण. हिंदुस्तानची राणी कोण? आनंदीबाई. झोपा झोपा सगळे झोपा. नालायक जातीचे.
सुसंस्कृत घरातले असले तमाशे शोभतात का?
पुस्तक घेतलं वाचायला. 6-7 महिने अभ्यास काय केला? सगळ्या विश्वाचं ज्ञान प्राप्त झालं असं वाटतंय का तुम्हाला?
तुम्ही काय करताय? सोडा तिला. गरोदर आहे ती.
मारा. मारता का आता देव ठेवू?
गर्भवती स्त्रिया पुरुष डॉक्टरांशी मोकळेपणाने बोलू शकत नाहीत.
Are you suffering from a white discharge?
आणि त्यामुळे त्यांची अपरिमित हानी होते. मला दुसरं काही करायचं नाही. मी इतका अभ्यास करेन, डॉक्टर होऊन दाखवेन.
माय वाईफ, माझी बायको, तिला शिकायचंय.
I don't think that's possible, Mr. Gopal.
तुमच्या कुटुंबास असं ख्रिस्ती शाळेत जाता यायचं नाही.
धर्माविरुद्ध जाल तर हेच परिणाम भोगावा लागतील.
आम्ही कसं जगायचं हे ठरवणारे तुम्ही कोण?
गोपाळराव तुमचा धिक्कार असो.
पोकळ धमक्यांना घाबरून वठणीवर येणाऱ्यातला मी नाही. मी हरामखोर मनुष्य आहे. तुम्हाला तिथे शिकायचं असेल तर ख्रिस्ती धर्म स्वीकारण्यावाचून गत्यंतर नाही. आय विल बी अल्बर्ट अँड माय वाईफ विल बी विक्टोरिया.
ज्या देशास माझ्या धर्मासकट मी मान्य नाही, तो देश मला मान्य नाही.
That was a very interesting trailer.
I love female empowerment movies so much. I really do.
I'm all about female empowerment, but I don't like to call attention to that phrase all the time.
Well,
to me,
women are empowered.
I like movies where you have the underdog who is overcoming a lot of challenges, and you have a supporting character who, like a supporting significant other that wants to take that person, help take them to their fullest potential, irrespective of the sexes. Obviously, this is more special because she's a woman and women have a history of being oppressed, right? I get that. But just on a human level, I appreciate that you have one person who recognizes his faults and realizes that his partner has so much potential and he can help take her there if he just listens and seeks out the opportunities with her to help, go on those adventures with her. Isn't that cool? Like,
I think it's awesome.
Both directions, right? I mean,
I got chills. Did you get chills when you were
I did. I like this trailer a lot. I mean, he obviously starts out as someone who's kind of reprehensible with the smacking and whatnot, and then he's like, oh, you could smack me back. That doesn't make it better. The thing is, over the course of the trailer, he became a much more likable guy, and I imagine that's going to speak to the film. Over the course of the film, he'll be a lot more likable, because he becomes very supportive to the point that he's willing to convert religions and change his name just to help her accomplish her goals. There's that level, and then for her, there's the level of, I don't want to change my religion and not be accepted. Like, you have to take me for as I am. Like, accept me for who I am. There's that angle as well that's very interesting.
What a beautiful arc, too, that she has to go through. To experience not having a family that supports her at all, to being with a husband that does support her, and then also discovering her own body through her pregnancy and realizing that she wants to be a doctor. And then having her husband's support. Like,
Yeah.
enough so that she can travel and study in a different country.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. Does she come back? Maybe she stays there.
What's interesting to me is, I think the more controversial aspect of this trailer isn't even the female empowerment thing. I think it's the religious thing, the potential of like crossing that boundary of like being in a Christian school, for instance, and when you're, I'm not sure if, I think they were Hindu, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna make any assumptions here because I don't know shit about other religions, but she was of a religion that wasn't Christian, so that kind of crossover, even for like Christians going into Buddhist temples, that can be kind of dicey, or Catholics, whatever. Everyone's got their club, and it's not cool to go into another person's club. It's like, it's taboo sometimes. Unless you're Buddhist. Buddhists are usually cool about that stuff. And point is that kind of boundary crossing, to me that's very risque and taboo. I like both of those topics being explored in the same story. I think that's great.
I like that she's going to be helping a lot of women, because the reason why she's becoming the doctor is because she and many other women don't tell their stories to male doctors.
Right.
So then that's what's inspired her to become a doctor.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I love my female doctors.
It's incredibly important. Like here in the States, we have this law, I think, when a male, what is a gynecologist, is with a patient, there has to be a nurse, a practitioner in the room
I
or
think
something
that's
like that.
in general now.
Or a nurse in the
Male
room.
or female doctor has to be with a nurse present.
Just to make sure that everything's, PC, copacetic, on the up and up, No weird things going on. Like the hand that rocks the cradle. Did you see the hand that rocks the cradle?
When I was 13, I think, yeah.
Q from Star Trek totally molested chick, ends up killing himself.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh my gosh.
You don't want to get molested by Q. He's a creepo. Anyway, we got off on a weird tangent. What I'm trying to say is this is also good because if you are in an area where you don't see a lot of women who hold that kind of position, an esteemed position, right? It's inspiring to others to see that, oh, I can do that too. I know that that's an option. Like take African Americans in our country, right? A lot of times they get kind of pigeonholed into sports. You have a lot of people who are like, well, maybe I don't want to do sports. Maybe I want to be a scientist. Maybe I want to be an anthropologist. Maybe I want to do something that's in a different kind of field entirely that's not related to anything athletic. But society will try to constantly push you in this direction or the other. Or if you're in a Chinese family, they'll try to make you an accountant or something. I don't know. Filipinos, what? What about Filipinos?
My Filipino peoples are all about being accountants and nurses.
Nurses. My point is, you got Manny Pacquiao out there, and now a bunch of Filipinos are like, oh, I could be a boxer and go lose to Mayweather. That's inspiring.
What? And have a really strong basketball team that he's a part of. Coach?
Pacquiao?
I think he
I
owns
don't
a
know.
basketball.
All I know is he got his ass handed to him when he fought Mayweather. He's still a good fighter nonetheless. Like, a lot of people still root for him. Bruce Lee's top student was a Filipino. I know that, with the eskrima sticks. He still teaches Jeet Kune Do to this day, I believe.
Where?
I don't know. But it's probably somewhere in San Francisco, I'm sure. Anyway, my point is that all over the world, I think, you have this thing where it seems like your ethnicity or your sex is not really supposed to do this particular thing. I mean, even in the Catholic Church, you don't have female priests yet, which I think you totally should. If you can have male priests, you should be able to have female priests, They're both human beings. In my brain, that's not even female empowerment. That's just like, we're both human beings. What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making any sense. Maybe I just sound like a dickhead. All I'm saying is like everyone...
Thousands and thousands of years precede you.
Yes, exactly. But I mean, for me, in my ideal mind, it's like we should all just get the same opportunity. What's the problem?
You are an open-minded individual, very current
or
in
just,
your beliefs, but there's a lot of people that need to, die before we can
or maybe,
go that direction.
maybe I'm just progressive for 1500s. I'm archaic progressive.
Okay, I could see that.
But I really do like this trailer. I like the colors in the trailer. I like the way it's shot. It seems like it was probably low budget because there's a lot. It's very shallow depth of field in a lot of shots, which means that there was a lot of natural light used, or not a lot of extra source light, like powered lights.
That's an interesting perception on your point, because maybe they're just trying to empower her by having more close-up.
I don't know, but throughout the trailer, I saw a lot of natural light. This is very darkly lit. It's not glamorous in the way it's lit, and I actually appreciate that. I like the shadows on his face. I like that it feels very natural. I recognize it as low budget, but that's okay by me. What matters at the end of the day, and I said this just the other day watching a student short film, is the story you're telling. Like, the story here is quite powerful. I just picked up on the fact that it's a lot of shallow depth of field. It's very shallow. Like, in some of these shots like this right here, the doors behind him are so out of focus. Like, you can't make out any details in that at all. They're probably shooting at an aperture of 2.8. It's very shallow, but it looks great.
I like his stance in this one. He kind of...
Yeah, looks strong.
I'm not afraid of your threats.
I'm strong for my woman. And she's stronger than me. She makes me strong.
Oh, that's what melts my heart. She makes me strong.
Yeah.
That's a good Valentine's Day.
Yes, actually, now that we come all the way back to that, full circle. So, yeah, I think this is a great Valentine's Day movie. Guys, if you want to get lucky on Valentine's Day, you take them to watch a movie about human empowerment. Female empowerment. Know what I'm saying?
And if your woman wants to be a doctor, you support her.
I'm totally in support of that. I think women should do all the jobs that require more brain power more than guys, because I think, on average, women are smarter than guys. That's not me being like a feminist or expressing female empowerment. I mean, just biologically, I think women are generally sharper than guys are. Guys are good at like this, like A to B, whereas women can take in a lot of stuff. So if they're examining your body, they can probably more quickly assess all the things going on with you collectively. Whereas a guy's like, yeah, your head hurts. Okay, here's the medicine. Boom, done. You know, Captain Fix-It. Put on your Captain Fix-It hat. That, according to Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So, with that being said, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Check out Nicole LeMoine. She's on the social media. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I am Jaby Koay. This is
Nicole LeMoine.
Peace out.